Is USC about to be back in their prime? Now, it has been a hot minute since USC has been at the top of the college football world. And the biggest contributing factor for USC not being at the top is they aren't able to recruit at the same level they once were. It used to be in the past where USC could very easily take half of the top 10 players in the state of California while also being able to recruit nationally. But ever since the SEC took that massive push to become the #1 conference in college football, California talent has flocked to the SEC greater than ever. But now Lincoln Riley's looking to change that. USC currently has the 4th best recruiting class in the class of 2025, and they have done so by dominating recruiting in the South. I mean, when you look at USC's 2025 recruiting class, 6 of their 12 commits are coming from southern states. And that is headlined by the 3-headed monster that they have at the top of their recruiting class, landing the 2nd best defensive lineman in the class in 4-star recruit Isaiah Gibson out of Warner Robins High School, coming from the state of Georgia. They also landed the 4th best quarterback in the country in Julian Lewis, 5-star recruit coming out of Carrollton High School. Oh yeah, also from Georgia. And then the #1 defensive lineman in the class in 5-star recruit Justice Terry coming out of Manchester High School in Georgia. I don't know what happened with Lincoln Riley and that USC coaching staff, but what they have been able to do in recruiting in the South, it's going to be paramount to USC getting back to the top of the college football world. And USC is looking to land another big splash player from the South. Let me introduce you guys to the #1 player in the class of 2026, standing at 6'6", 270 pounds, coming out of St. Augustine High School in Louisiana, Jahkeem Stewart. As you can see from his play on the field, Jahkeem Stewart is one of the most feared players in all of high school football, regardless of class. His 6'6" and 270 pound frame make him a monster compared to his high school counterparts. But it's the finesse, it's the speed, it's the power that he's able to generate out of that frame that really makes him a truly exciting prospect. I mean, you could always say it's just a bigger, stronger kid moving around smaller, weaker kids, but really look at the technique, look at the form, look at the quickness that he has coming off the line. These are all makings of a phenomenal defensive lineman, and USC might just be his next home. Jahkeem Stewart just came back from a visit to USC, and he had nothing but high praises for the Trojans. Jahkeem said, "USC was great. This was my 3rd time there. I was excited to see what the new staff has done. The defense had 3 picks and a couple of sacks. They were playing fast. It was great seeing Coach Henry in his element, coaching the defensive line in pregame. I got a chance to check out Kobe's new statue. The last time I was in town, it was being built." Here's what he also had to say about Lincoln Riley. Coach Riley said, "SC fans and alumni have been wanting a defensive player like me to rally behind, and that he sees me as the foundational piece of the defense for the future, and I can help build the class." Now, what Coach Riley is saying is 100% true. USC has always had a phenomenal wide receiver, quarterback, running back. We've always had an offensive guy that we could really rally around, a guy that's like, this is our guy, this is who we're going to be looking towards to help win us this game. We haven't really had that defensive player for a very long time. There hasn't been a time where I could think of, oh, I know that this defensive player is going to be able to make a game-changing play to help USC win. We just haven't had that on the defensive side of the ball. So to be able to land a guy like Jahkeem Stewart, who is a true difference maker on the defensive line, I really do think that is what Lincoln Riley said was true. Like, as a USC fan myself, I would love to be able to be like, hey, you know what? I know that it's 3rd and 3 games on the line. I know Jahkeem Stewart's gonna go out there and make a play. And then he actually does. Stewart also had this to say about the USC coaches as a whole. Coach Henderson is considered one of the best defensive line coaches in the country. I love his energy. He, Coach Nua, and Coach Jones really impressed me with the plan they had for my development and how they plan to use me at multiple positions to create mismatches and scheme me to be in one-on-one situations. That's all you could really ask for. Coach Lynn, the new defensive coordinator, believes that the defensive line is important. But here is the main thing that Jahkeem Stewart had to say about his visit to USC. In regards to whether or not this visit helped or hurt USC's chances, he said, "USC definitely made a huge impression. Everything Coach Riley told me a year ago that he was going to do on the defensive side of the ball, he did. He brought in top coaches and they're recruiting top defensive players. I can definitely see myself playing there. Those are huge words to be coming from the #1 recruit in the class of 2026. I honestly believe that a team like USC is going to benefit the most from Nick Saban retiring from Alabama. Hear me out. Alabama just absolutely took every single player that they wanted from anywhere across the country, but Alabama did a really good job of recruiting a lot of players from California. Obviously, USC's in California. USC needs to be able to recruit in-state way better, but a lot of players in the South would go to Alabama just because Alabama's that school. A lot of players now with NIL being such a big thing in college football now, USC is the city of lights. They're going to be able to get you on primetime television in a huge market, literally the second largest market only behind New York. And there's not any real big schools. I mean, Syracuse isn't going to be a big school in the New York market. So USC is the biggest school in the biggest market. Like, obviously Texas has their own thing. Like there's other schools where their school is big, but when you're talking about a true market where you can really generate life-changing amounts of money for yourself, USC has a lot more cachet now with these recruits. And being able to go into the South and be able to tell a player, hey, I know that you're used to Southern life. We can get you over here to Southern California and really make you a star, generate you more money than you've ever been able to think about making, while also developing you into a really, really good player. I mean, USC going to the Big Ten, playing against better competition, getting the defensive coaching hires that we needed to make, and then being able to immediately start recruiting at the pace that we need to. I mean, landing the top 2 defensive line talents in the class of 2025 is huge. Normally the top 2 defensive line talents go to Alabama or Georgia exclusively. The fact that USC was able to land both of them, and now they're looking to land the #1 defensive line talent in the following class, really lets you know that USC is establishing that they are going to be a defensive powerhouse moving forward. I'm not gonna lie, I know we're very, very early in the college season, but I love what I am seeing from USC. I love the decisions that they're making. I love the coaching hires that we're making. I really love the recruits that we're landing. I mean, we haven't missed a beat. I don't remember USC being in the top 5 of our recruiting class in a while now. And it's not just being there early because we just got a couple of early signings. We have 5 top 100 players in the class of 2025 already committed. And we're not even halfway through the recruiting cycle. Like, I am so excited to see what other players USC is able to recruit. How many of these players we're actually able to keep. I'm not delusional. I know that we're going to lose some of these players. We're gonna end up flipping. I'm also excited to see who we can flip to our school. Overall, I love what Lincoln Riley is doing. And if we are able to land Jahkeem Stewart early, especially if we're able to land him early and be able to build a class around him like he was saying, that is going to be something beautiful for the Trojans. But I want to hear from all my USC fans. Comment your thoughts down below. USC so far is on pace to land the top 2 defensive line prospects in the class of 2025, and then the #1 defensive line prospect in the class of 2026. Comment your thoughts down below on that. Comment your thoughts on USC recruiting in the South, recruiting out of state beautifully. And then, do you guys think that we still need to be able to dominate California like we used to? Or can we start dipping into the South and now we'll be able to hold us over? I want to hear all you guys' thoughts. Comment your thoughts down below. Leave this video a like and hit that subscribe button and turn your notifications. The college football season is around the corner, so we're gonna start ramping up more videos. We're only a couple weeks away before there's enough news to start dropping 2 videos a day. We're gonna keep you up to date with everything going on in college football. With that being said, I love and appreciate each and every single last one of y'all. If nobody has told you this today, you're freaking amazing. Seriously, you are amazing. Don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. Have that healthy confidence about yourself, knowing that, hey, I know I have flaws, but you know what? I'm every single day I'm getting 1% better. Every single day I'm doing one little thing to put myself in a position to better myself. And if you're feeling like you're stuck and you don't know where to take that first step, I would highly recommend just asking Jesus. Just say, hey, Jesus, it's me, whatever your name is. I'm coming to you because I don't really know where to take my next step. And just be still, be calm, and just let Jesus speak to you. Love and appreciate all y'all. and I will catch you guys in the next video. Ciao.